My second indie game, Mage and Monsters, earned me $55,000 in 2 months, after refunds and Valve takes their cut. It took me 8 months to make, and I only spent $400 creating it before release. Here's how I achieved the indie dream with my second game. 1. Turning an obsession with playing games into an obsession with creating games.
In order to block something, you actually have to replace it. You can't just stop it. And so for gamers, the first thing that you guys need to do is come up with a competing interest.
For many years of my life, I would play Dota 10 to 15 hours a day. At first I justified that by becoming a pro gamer, then a YouTuber/analyst. When my health prevented me from going this path, I looked for competing interests to free me from the grip Dota had me in. I found that game development appealed to me a lot, and so instead of spending a whole day playing games, I would instead sometimes spend a whole day working on my own game. 2. Do not focus on money at all in the beginning, just on creating stuff and improving. I decided to at least make one more game after my first game, Kalturin, only earned me $2,000 in a year. A month before the release of Mage and Monsters, I was asked if my first game, Kalturin, still sold any copies. I said no, not really, and was told that my indie developer dream had failed, and I should seek something else. This is a rather extreme example, but most people, when they hear about others doing stuff on their own, all they care about is one thing: how much money have you made? The final goal is to gain financial independence, but if you focus on that in the beginning, saying your first game has to sell so and so much, you are most likely in for a failure. Instead, focus on what you can control. Success when starting out is completing a project that is at least somewhat acceptable to your initial dream. It's not about making money yet, but learning and improving. 3. Look at games you love and try to think about what they are missing. When Auto Chess was first released, I got addicted to it for a month or so. But it turned out it was time well spent, since I got inspired from that game and Warcraft 3, a game I also played way too much. My game, Mage and Monsters, combines the auto battler gameplay with casting spells with your hero in Warcraft 3. It also boils the core gameplay down to the minimum viable product, which makes the project manageable for a solo developer. 4. Release a demo of your game as soon as possible. Before Mage and Monsters released, thousands of people had played it. When the game was ready for testing, I just released all I had as a demo and then kept improving upon it. Giving the early version away for free helped a lot with getting feedback and also was a marketing tool for my game. I ended up getting really lucky doing this by having a big YouTuber Splattercat play my game, boosting my wishlist on Steam from about 400 to 6,000 in a couple of weeks, and then my game snowballed from there. While I did get lucky that he saw my game and played it, the game itself had to be solid enough for him to try it out and also for him to decide to make a video on it after he tried it. 5. Watch beginners play your game. A couple of weeks before release, I contacted a lot of old friends or acquaintances I had and asked them if they wanted to help me test out the game. I watched them play it live through screen share and thus was able to improve upon the new player experience immensely. It is easily underrated how important it is that new players can just grab your game and easily learn it. Many indie games I try, I just have no idea what to do and I quit after 30 seconds. 6. Not giving up after one game. I spent a year on my first game, which only earned me $2,000. I could have given up after that, congratulating myself that I actually released a game. But the more games you make, the more you learn about making a game and what players like. So your second game will be more likely to do better than your first game, and so on with your third game. If you're interested in getting started in indie development, here's one quick start path. Get Unity, watch and follow along with your own project the tutorial, Unity Game Dev Tutorial for Beginners, Brick Breaker Game. And remember, if it is your dream,
there are always a million reasons not to do something.
Lastly, I would appreciate a lot if you checked out my game Mage and Monsters on Steam. Thanks for watching.